Do you think there are ways Disneyland could incentivize more multi-day tourists from beyond California? Oh, Matthew, there is a lot of ways they can do that. They can offer a lot more discounting and things like that. I just feel like, look, and anyone from outside of California or outside of the country, fill us in the chat by all means. But like from what I understand and from like where I sit, I see a lot of California resident discounts, but I don't see a lot of like, hey, if I'm coming from out of country discounts. At least that's not what I'm seeing from where I stand. If that is the case, that's awesome. But I don't see a lot of that. So I'm assuming it's not really happening. They can do things like that. They can offer more discounting stuff, more incentives for out-of-staters, out-of-country, international guests. And that would definitely bring more people into Disneyland Resort. I don't know why they don't do this. I don't know why they're not more aggressive with this. I know since 2001 when they built DCA and made it a resort, they wanted it to be more of a resort and more of a tourist destination. But since DCA opened, it's been more of the same with the California locals, discounts. And if you're a California local, you can make monthly payments on your annual pass. I don't understand it, Disney. I really, really don't. Yeah, incentivize more, please. I think I want to have, look, and I hate to rant on this, but this is something that I've always been like it kind of irks me when it comes to Disney, right? This park was built on Walt Disney's opening day speech that this place is an inspiration to all of the world. It doesn't say an inspiration to California locals. It says it's an inspiration to all the world. So let's give the gift of Disneyland to everybody around the world and incentivize and get more people out here. And that's kind of where I stand with it. But George, what do you think about it, brother?
So for me, I think they kind of already. By the way, Matthew, very good question. You've been banging it out with the questions, so greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
For me, I think they kind of already started that process a little bit by kind of weaning down the magic keys, because just recently they put the keys on hold again. So it's sort of like that tug and pull kind of thing. And I think in the long run, obviously they're not going to just like up and stop the key program altogether. I mean, you'll have like California locals out the wazoo having an issue, but I think that's where Disney's stuck between a rock and a hard place, is because they want to get away from that local kind of fandom, but at the same time they still need the locals just to still kind of hold as their bread and butter for right now. But I think they're trying to desensitize people and encouraging them from stopping to get magic keys. Because I think a lot of people I've seen online that when they pause these, I've been people saying, hey, it's been 6 months, I haven't renewed, and I've been a year out without my magic key. So I think Disney is trying to get people to kind of make that decision on their own, but they're kind of guiding them to stop getting a magic key. So that way, hopefully down the road, it can level out where they could still have annual pass holders, but then also bring in the tourists.
Tommy, what are your thoughts on this? How could Disney, or do you think there's ways that Disney can incentivize more out of state, more international guests to come to Disneyland Resort? And should they?
Yeah, I mean, they should for sure. Hey, shout out Matthew Murr, and you're a huge supporter. I appreciate you, man. I support you too. Disney tried to do incentives for the 70th. It just ended with the amount of tickets or the amount of days you could get for the ticket prices. They did like a 3-month thing from May to August, but now it's the Halloween season. I mean, if they got you there and they wanted to get families there, they could do these multi-day ticket deals for each season. Maybe now a Halloween deal where you could get 3 or 4 days, I know a shout out Getaway today. I mean, they always hit me up in the emails and stuff. Yeah. They help, these third parties help try to incentivize, try to get, the packages for you, the hotels and everything. But I mean, it would even be cooler now that I'm dreaming. Now this is my dream. Like Disney could, when they drop new crazy things like Pandora, when they drop these things, even when they drop the Disney animatronic, maybe have a deal go on there, some special go on for when there's like some crazy big event where they know there's a whole bunch of people going to be there anyways. Might as well, bring more, man. The more the merrier.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, that's a good point that you bring up there, Tommy, is maybe that will be the turning point. Maybe when this whole, revitalization of DCA, right, which is going to culminate and come to a head with Pandora in about 5 years. What I've always said this too, if you can make DCA, obviously DCA is never going to be the same level as Disneyland. It's never going to be there. Disneyland is too much of an icon,
Right.
But I think you can get as close as you possibly can, and they should strive for that. So Avatar, the Coco boat ride, the Avenger stuff, you're getting closer to a higher quality park. But I've always said that if you can make DCA a must-go-to park, you guarantee people will visit both parks, because no one's going to come to Disneyland Resort and only go to DCA. So if you make DCA the you can't miss park, you're automatically bagging both parks, right?
Right, exactly.
Right, but if you just keep Disneyland like the top dog, and DCA is like mid, well, DCA is so expendable though now, so you can go to the resort and just do the one park, Disneyland. So if you make DCA as strong as possible, you guarantee both. So
well,
I mean,
they keep DCA afloat with those festivals, those food festivals, right?
They do, yeah.
And Festival of the Holidays and Food and Wine. I feel like that's their big moneymaker for DCA. So like you said, OG, my bad. So yeah, like when they get these more new additions to the theme park, that's when they should start. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's going to be more world.
Well,
Go ahead. Go ahead, George.
No, you're fine. Sorry, it's lagging with the internet, so it's not adding up. But it's even like today where 3 major rides at DCA were down. Incredicoaster was down for refurb, and Mission Breakout and Radiator Springs Racers were both done temporarily at the same time. So you have the 3 heavy hitters at DCA. What else is there to do? Is everyone running to go do jumping jellyfish? I doubt it. But but
hey, man,
that's the problem with DCA, is like when you have those heavy hitting attractions and you have nothing else to support it, people are going to be discouraged to say, okay, do we really need a multi-day ticket to, go back and forth, to Disneyland or DCA? So you have to have more in there. And honestly, after Avengers, after Coco, after Avatar, it's a great start. It really is a great start, but I still don't think they're quite there yet. I would say they're about like partially there with DCA. I'm very curious to even see what is going to be on the back of the next 5 years. That's part of that 10-year promise that Disney gave to us for the Disneyland Resort. So I'm very curious to see.
Yeah, me too. I mean, in this next 5 years, when Avatar opens, that park is going to be a pretty solid park. But I agree with you; it's not going to be quite Disneyland yet. But like, we're going to have Pandora and Cars Land in that same park. I mean, that's arguably two of Imagineering's greatest achievements in one park. Now, we're assuming this Avatar will be the same quality as the one in Animal Kingdom, which I assume it will be. But we're going to have 2 of Imagineering's best lands in the modern era. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the Coco boat ride, which Josh Jamar was saying they're going to do things in that boat ride that they've never done before. So if they deliver on that, we're going to have a top-notch family-style boat ride. And then we're going to also be plussing, Avengers Campus with the e-ticket, and then the Kuka arm thing. So I think that with all of that and what they currently have with World of Color and Buena Vista Street, that's a solid park. You know what I'm saying? That's a solid park. And then, whatever they add for the next 5 years after Avatar is just kind of gravy at that point, But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this, DCA, like, what is it? I don't even know. Are we up to 4.0 now with DCA? I think something like that. I think that when this newest version of DCA premieres in 5 years, I'm really curious Disney's approach with the resort as a whole and how they kind of treat it.
Thank you for watching OG55. If you aren't already, consider becoming a member today.